Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. There are a few topics that I want to talk about in this video, and I first want to start off by talking about Rihanna getting some backlash for firing the reality star Draya Michele as her Savage Fenty ambassador. Now, if you don't know, Draya got into some hot water for making light of Megan Thee Stallion getting shot. She joked about Tory allegedly shooting Megan, and she romanticized the idea of somebody doing that to her.
I predict that they had some sort of Bobby and Whitney love that, drove them down this Snapped-esque type of road. And I'm here for it. I like that. I want you to like me so much you shoot me in the foot too. I wish I was 24 and could go through this type of shit.
Oh, I like clean up.
Now, when Draya made these comments, people were outraged because they felt like she was glamorizing domestic violence. Megan Thee Stallion was even upset with Draya, and she cursed her out on Twitter. Draya did immediately apologize for her comment, saying, "I truly don't glorify domestic violence. I was just trying to say just love me deeply, but while trying to be funny, I offended many, including Meg, and I'm sorry." Draya also issued another apology on her Instagram story, saying that she does not at all condone domestic violence of any kind. She said, "I was wrong to try to find humor or make light of the situation, and understand that my joking nature was damaging and hurtful. It was poor judgment and I deeply regret it. This is a sincere apology from me to everyone. It is always my intention to uplift women, and especially Black women, through my platforms, my businesses, and my words." Even though Draya apologized, she still faced the consequences for her words. In fact, many fans alerted Rihanna's team at Savage Fenty to drop Draya as an ambassador. Now, Draya has been one of the top ambassadors for Rihanna's lingerie line for some time now. However, Rihanna and her team wasted no time cutting ties with her. When someone alerted the team, they responded and said, "We've been made aware of this. Thank you." And I do have to give credit to the Neighborhood Talk on Instagram, because the Neighborhood Talk took a screenshot of Savage Fenty unfollowing Draya, and Draya also unfollowed Savage X Fenty. So Draya lost a big bag over Savage X Fenty over her comments, and she did make some subtle responses to the broken partnership. She said in one post, "Outcome greater than income." She also said, "Fighting through tough days is you earning the best days to come." Now, what's interesting is, as soon as Savage cut ties with Draya, Rihanna sent Megan some new Savage Fenty lingerie. Now, even though Megan has been an ambassador for Savage Fenty, this is kind of the first time she has shown a personal message from Rihanna. In the gift box, Rihanna said, "Wishing you a full and speedy recovery, Meg. Just know you've got a whole crew over here sending good vibes your way. Love, Rihanna and the Fenty Corp gang." Megan also posted her pictures and said, "Love Savage X Fenty and Rihanna responded and said, "Gang," with a prayer hand and heart emoji, and Megan replied back. So that was a cute little exchange, and I am happy that Rihanna is showing love to Megan. Also, Lizzo showed love to Megan as well. Lizzo sent Megan a bunch of treats, and I thought that was really nice. Also, Beyonce sent flowers to Megan, and she sent her a message saying, "Queen, sending you all my love. God bless, Beyonce." I think that's really nice to see other women in the industry showing love to Megan after what happened to her, because what happened to Megan was pretty traumatic, and sadly, people do oftentimes joke about the trauma that Black women go through. So it was cool to see other celebrities be supportive, and it was cool to see Rihanna reach out to Megan as well. And I do think she was being very genuine, but also I think she was sending a subtle message to Draya by openly supporting Megan after Draya joked about Megan's situation. And Rihanna also ended that endorsement deal as well, because she doesn't want people to think that she endorses anybody who jokes about domestic violence. Rihanna is very sensitive when it comes to this, because she went through a domestic violence situation in her previous relationship with Chris Brown, and also she called out Snapchat for joking about her domestic violence situation. So she's very serious about it. However, some people thought it was a little hypocritical for Rihanna to cut ties with Draya, but not cut ties with other problematic people. They said, but isn't A$AP Rocky the face of the new Fenty skincare line for men? And didn't A$AP Rocky say he didn't care about Black Lives Matter and that he can't relate to Mike Brown because he's not from Ferguson? Just curious. Another Twitter user said, I agree that what she said was stupid, but let's not sit here and act like Rihanna ain't had Fabulous perform at her Savage fashion show after he knocked his baby mama teeth out in her face. This was dramatic. Another Twitter user said Rihanna was so quick to cut off Draya but not A$AP Rocky. I'm confused. Someone else said Draya was wrong. A$AP Rocky has gotten up and spoken down on the Black Lives Matter movement that Rihanna claims to support, and he also made controversial comments about Black women numerous times, so he is no better. So there are a few people who have an issue with Rihanna cutting ties with Draya because they felt like Draya was getting more backlash than some of these other people who have done more problematic things. But one Twitter user did defend Rihanna and said Draya has done BS in the past and Rihanna gave her another chance. She messed it up. I'm sure if A$AP do more off the wall stuff, he'll be dropped as well, even though I don't like him modeling for her brand, period. So those were just a few comments of people's opinions about Rihanna dropping Draya, and I will say they make some valid points. I do think that Rihanna might be showing some favoritism to A$AP Rocky because he is her friend, but like one person said, I'm sure Rihanna would know now to cut ties with anybody who says something controversial or does something scandalous or offensive. She knows now to cut ties with anybody who does that because she has a brand to protect. And one of the reasons why she cut ties with Draya so quickly is because a lot of people were demanding her to. So she and her team definitely felt the pressure behind that, which is why they ended Draya's endorsement deal. But Draya did apologize, and I can appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that she knew she was wrong and she immediately tried to correct it, even though she had to pay a price for what she said. I think this is a lesson for her not to joke about domestic violence in the future. Now, the comedian Jess Hilarious is also being under fire for joking about Megan getting shot. She posted this clip on Instagram reenacting the whole incident, and I'm going to play a small clip of it.
Now, when the bullet first struck Megan, I can only imagine how she felt. Now, if you've never been shot before, you don't know her pain, okay? And I imagined that the sound that was produced when she felt the hot metal was of this. Ah, hey, ah, ooh. Tory, if he did this on purpose, which we are justifying that he did not, it would have looked like this. Let me get that motherfucking foot. Let me get that toe. It doesn't happen like that. That's not the way it would go. Who does that?
Now, I know that Jess Hilarious is a comedian and she's being funny, but once again, this is not a joking matter. And I know people always want to make light of certain things like this, but we've literally seen Megan on Instagram Live crying about the incident. It was a traumatic incident for her, so I don't understand the purpose of constantly making jokes about it. Even 50 Cent, of all people, apologized to Megan Thee Stallion because he saw how hurt she was by it. So I don't understand why Jess Hilarious is still poking fun at Megan's situation. It's not funny. It's just not funny. This skit in particular was done in poor taste and just poor timing altogether. Now, Jess Hilarious did get dragged on social media. Some of the tweets said this. So Jess Hilarious saw people getting dragged for making fun of the Megan situation and still posted a horrifically unfunny reenactment of it anyways. Another Twitter user said, Jess Hilarious didn't read the room. Shake my head after Megan publicly says it's no laughing matter and is clearly hurting. Everything ain't hilarious. Another person said, Jess Hilarious, what are you doing? Also, a Twitter user said, I hope Jess Hilarious is thoroughly dragged. Megan's situation or violence towards any black woman isn't funny. Exactly. I don't understand why people don't understand this, but I do think Jess Hilarious will be issuing an apology sooner or later, because people always apologize when brands threaten to cut ties with them. Now, I do want to move on and talk about the rapper Saweetie, because recently she had to cut off somebody that she was associated with. Now, Saweetie did link up with a YouTuber named Nikita Dragun, and Nikita is actually a very popular makeup and beauty influencer on YouTube, and she also happens to be transgender, so she's really big in the community. However, Nikita has made a lot of problematic comments in the past, including racial comments and also comments about child abuse. Not only that, Nikita has been put on blast for wearing blackface and blackfishing. And I find that funny because she said in one of her old tweets, "Imagine being black. I could never." You're right, Nikita, you can never. You tried and you failed miserably. Now, Saweetie did link up with Nikita a few times, and I'm pretty sure she had no clue about Nikita's past when she linked up with her. But when she filmed a video with Nikita, she did get some backlash on Twitter because people were questioning why would she, as a woman of color who is half black, would link up with somebody like Nikita. And I'm pretty sure that Saweetie saw these comments because after posting that video with Nikita, she did unfollow her, and not only that, she did not repost that video on her Instagram page. When Hollywood Fix asked her about her relationship with Nikita, she said this.
I see you've been hanging out with Nikita Dragun. Is she going to be in one of your videos?
Did I post a video? I did.
Okay.
So you saw that shady response. Saweetie said, "Did I post a video? No, I didn't." And she walked off. Even though Saweetie didn't say the reason why she unfollowed Nikita, I do believe that once those problematic tweets resurfaced, Saweetie decided to cut ties with her because it just wasn't a good look for her brand. Now, I will say Saweetie did use Nikita to promote her song, and I think she probably should have done a little research on her before linking up with her. I know people don't have the time to go into the archives and look at what everybody has done in their past. Obviously, people are not perfect and they're going to make mistakes, but Nikita has done some pretty problematic things, and I'm sure it's offensive to a good portion of Saweetie's fan base because a lot of people who are fans of Saweetie are black women. So I think Saweetie figured that it's not a smart idea to align her brand with Nikita's brand. So it could be that she threw shade because she no longer wants to be associated with her, or maybe they fell out behind the scenes. Who knows? But whatever the case, Saweetie unfollowed her for a good reason. Anyway, tell me what y'all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.